Why, hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to my stream and supporting me. Thank you. I know I always do the same thing, but I really do mean it. Thank you for your patience, too. I do hope that you enjoy your little reading we're going to do for you today, this afternoon. Your timestamps are in the description below, and a short disclaimer. Remember, when it comes to the future, that tarot is unreliable. The future isn't set in stone. So if you see something you don't like, you don't have to accept it. You can change it, and I'll do my best to give you the tools to do so. Also, you're psychic too, so trust your intuition. And I'll see you guys there. Thank you again. I'll see you there. Hey Eve, how are ya? You said a reading if I'm gonna find housing this week and get my visa completed in time. Oh yeah, man, I hope you do. My goodness, where are you from? That's really cool. I really want to make my way to either Canada or Ireland, something like that. Something away from the States. But if you are moving to the States, I hope you can figure it out. I know they always say, oh, immigration, it's so easy here. But I know it's really difficult as somebody who's dated people from other countries. So let's see what we got. What do we got? What's going on with housing? Let's see. Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. The King of Cups and the Five of Cups. I'll say this. I do think it's like you have everything ready to find housing. Like you've got the money, you have the reputation, you have all of your documents. It does look like you know, I'll be honest, your outcome is the Five of Cups, and this is feeling a little disappointed. But the King of Cups is here, and this does imply that you have options, that you have other connections, other ways of getting housing that is maybe not as quickly as you'd like, or in the same budget as you had hoped. But the King of Cups, as I mentioned before, this is someone who can weather any storm, and so it's like, I know it's going to be okay, and I'll figure it out along the way. We do have the bottom, so this is something unexpected, being the Hanged Man, and this is seeing things from a new perspective, but it's also feeling a little bit stuck. So once again, I'm a little bit stuck, I'm being held back, but now that I have some time to breathe and figure things out, I do see that there's other ways, other avenues. It's just not the way that I had hoped. So I'm sorry if that's what you want to hear. Your challenge is the Queen of Wands. They want you to be a bit more aggressive in your approach. And your advice card is the Knight of Wands, to not think about consequences so much. If there's something that you need, especially like housing, be more aggressive and be more like, oh, you know, I can try that. Be more flexible, right? The Knight of Wands is like, if I need something, I'm gonna go get it no matter what. So that's what they say. Let's talk about your visa. Now, I will mention to you, Eve, I do try to tell people that, hey, I probably can't do legal stuff for you, but we can look around the energy of completing your visa in time. And I'll let you know, I'm not an immigration lawyer, so I can't, you know, I can't give you that sort of advice, but I'll see what's coming in. I'll do my best for you. We have the Star card. We also, I think you're gonna be just fine, actually. You know, the Star is a miracle. The Two of Swords is needing to make a decision. It does feel very like the pressure is on, you know. The Two of Swords is a very serious card, but your outcome is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is feeling safe and feeling secure. Your challenge is the Ten of Swords, needing to put it down. Think that it's weighing on your mind heavily. And your advice card is the Queen of Wands. Once again, they want you to be bolder, to be braver, and to speak up if you need something. Fight for yourself is what they're trying to say. Okay, that's what I see, Eve. Thank you so much. Good luck with everything you're endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See ya. Bye-bye. Hi, Mikel. Welcome. Let's see what you wrote. You said, good evening, Queen. Hi. I hope all's been well as of late. I've never been well with words, and even now I'm lost for them. Anyways, I always wanted a reading, but between us two, I'm a bit worried about what the cards might say. I love your work, and I trust your wisdom all the same. Oh, thank you, Mikel. Oh, I'll be nice to you. Don't worry. I'm sorry if you've been going through it, or if there's things that maybe you're not proud of, but hey, listen, that's where healing begins, when we face our fears and when we face our demons. Trust me. Trust me, my deck has really served it to me cold. I'm like, well, it's still a meal, thank you. Okay, let's see what we got. Thank you very much to my guides and Mikel's guides for aiding us in this divination. What's happening? Ooh, the Death card. The Page of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. All right. I see why you were worried. Okay, and I'll say this because we do have the Tower. And you know, you want to know what you don't see coming? The Emperor card. Somebody that you've been avoiding may may really want your attention soon. It's like maybe you've been ignoring your dad, or maybe you've been ignoring your boss, or it can sometimes even mean like a company. The Emperor can be a company sometimes. Whomever it is that you've been sort of like, don't talk to me, just know they're gonna show up out of the blue in the next month or so. Now, other than that, your challenge is a Tower. All right, this is feeling. Things have been shaken up. There's a discomfort in the air, but I'm feeling like you're sort of trying your best to tap out of it, to sort of work your way through it. It's like every day you wake up and you're like, this is fine. You know, you're in the middle of a fire and it's like, this is fine. Now, chaos might be something that you're just used to. You know, maybe you always grew up around chaos, so there's always drama, and there's always loud sounds, there's always overstimulation, and so your nervous system has really sort of taught you to be used to that. Like, that's your baseline. But there's a change on the horizon. You're realizing that, wait a minute, that's not normal. That's not normal, because you have the Death card, and this does mean letting go. Letting go, saying goodbye to things that aren't meant for us anymore. Moving on into a time in our life where we are more mature. Now the Page of Wands is here. The Page of Wands says that we're starting to dream of a new future. A future that isn't, as I mentioned before, what we're used to. And, excuse me, and the Page of Cups is here as well. I want this new shiny thing. I see on the horizon that there's something better, maybe sweeter. I will say your advice card with the Page of Page of Cups. This does mean that it's safe for you to explore new options. In fact, you're being encouraged to do so, especially if it's away from this Tower energy. So discomfort, upheaval, chaos, that sort of stuff. But just know the Tower is always necessary. Now in the future we do have the Three of Pentacles, and this is the outcome of the situation. And the Three of Pentacles means that things are coming together in ways that you didn't expect, okay? Because there's no way to expect it. It's just sort of, it's like we're not even really putting too much pressure to make sure everything's okay. We're just sort of surviving. We're just sort of going for it. It's not necessarily that you think, oh yeah, no matter what, I'll be fine. It's more like you're just kind of going and existing and trying to tread along. You're being very present, but I wonder if the future really stresses you out, and so that's why it's sort of hard to believe that things can come together. But there is a coming together, okay? And this can mean coming together financially, because we do have the Suit of Pentacles. I don't necessarily know if it is a financial thing, because sometimes Three of Pentacles can also mean our family working with us, our friends working with us, people that we can trust to get things going and healing being there. Now, the good news is after this energy, so the energies that are going to exist in the next month, we have the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands and the Magician. And this is you realizing like, wait a minute, I have more power in this situation than I think. Be careful, because I do think like this Emperor here, like I mentioned before, a company, someone that we feel has power over us, they're gonna come in and try to trigger us, and you know that could have to do with this Tower energy. But I see you focusing on your intentions more. I see you focusing on growth, on healing, right? Feeling more safe, feeling more secure. The Suit of Pentacles is like, I have to focus on my money. I have to focus on my body. I have to focus on my the physical in our life, right? And this is what you're doing. You're pouring your everything into it out of necessity, it feels. But hey, like I mentioned before, it will sort of all come together in an unexpected way. It might be a little dramatic because we do the challenge being the Tower, but it's necessary. A lot of things about shifting. You also might be dealing with some either grief or shame. But hey, it's fine. I think it's coming up, as I mentioned before, to serve you. And so just know there is better times ahead. It comes with some challenges, but challenges that are for your betterment at the end of the day. Okay, that's what I see, Mikel. I hope that you enjoyed that. Good luck with everything you're endeavoring. And remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Hey Stormy, how you doing? Let's see what you wrote. Thank you for trusting me as your reader and as your psychic. Let me know if you have any questions, and if it resonates, I always love hearing about it. You said, hi! So, I've taken the advice, celebrated, and prayed. Oh good, I'm happy. I think feeding the crown has helped connecting with nature. Oh, perfect! I have been accepting. I'm wondering if my deity is listening / watching me. I guess I'm here to see if everything I did is noticed. I still can't tell. Yeah, you know, when we're here in the physical, here on Earth, manifestation is a little slow. Some people can do it really quickly. And little things, you know, we may have been manifesting indirectly, and we're direct without it. Oh, you know, there was no obstacles in the way. And so, you know, it's a little case-by-case basis. So, you know, don't blame yourself if you feel like things are being slow or if there's obstacles or stuff like that. A lot of times there's just some lessons we need to learn, or we have to be redirected on a certain path. Like that thing has to not work out so we can get what we want. Just so you know, because that does happen, and I do get those questions sometimes. But I'm really proud of you for connecting with your crown chakra and connecting with nature as well. It's very healing, so powerful, and I'm really glad to hear that. A lot of people don't take that advice because it's a hard shit to do. So once again, I'm really proud of you. Let's see what we got. Are they listening? What deity is there a deity present? What spirit is around you? And thank you very much to my guides and Stormy's guides for aiding us in this divination. Let's see what's coming in. What spirit is around Stormy, and is it a deity? Ooh, the moon. Oh, temperance. Whoa, yeah. Well, the answer is yes, absolutely. The moon, it might be a moon goddess, which is very interesting. The moon, because we do have the high priestess, usually a goddess energy, very mystical, very magical. The moon is feminine as well. Temperance represents patience, balance, harmony, as well as peace. And so this is, it could also mean the in-between state, right? Like on the earth and in the physical. And we also have the Ace of Pentacles, and this represents, I'm here to help you. I'm here to aid you. I'm offering my service to you. So is it working? I mean, in my opinion, yeah. Because this was underneath the High Priestess, which is a goddess card, by the way. Let's see what else they have to say. Ace of Swords, communication. I'm listening. I'm listening. Also, anytime we get an ace, by the way, and you did ask if there's a deity, goddess, coming to you, reaching out to you, we got 2 aces. So that's a double yes, double positive. The Knight of Cups. Wish fulfillment, and the 6 of Cups. Yeah, so first of all, they're very ancient, they're very old, and they're seeing you as someone who needs help, sort of like a child, like a little baby. Not to say that you are a child, it just feels like you are being cared for and tended to as if you were one. And it's very sweet. It feels comforting, it feels kind, and once again, she feels very mature and very matronly, in my opinion. Now, the moon, and a lot of times this happens with moon goddesses, so it could be Celine. I personally really love the moon goddess Hina. She's Hawaiian, so, you know, I'm native. I like it. Whatever goddess really touches you that is sort of related to moon and cycles of rebirth and stuff like that, I feel that she's so present, deeply intuitive, and I think that she's been here with you longer than you think, right? Because we have temperance, and it does mean patience, as well as the 6 of Cups, and this is the past. And so it's almost like, hey, I've tried to reach out to you before, and I'm really glad that you're being more present and more aware now. I'm here, I'm listening, and I'm offering my aid. I like that. That was beautiful. That was perfect. Genuinely. I like that so much. Okay. Let's see. Was things noticed? Yeah, what did they want you to know? What do they want you to know about what you did to connect with them? Ooh, the 10 of Swords. Let's see. It could be a good or bad thing. It depends. We're gonna add some context. Ooh, the Two of Swords, okay. All right. So, remember how I mentioned there might be some things that they have to really shift and rearrange for you earlier? Well, that's the case here, you know, and it is a little uncomfortable. Change always is. You might notice some growing pains. For example, you having all the wounds pop up, or you having old people pop up into your life, and they're bringing us to the forefront to show you, hey, here's some unhealed stuff that we need you to let go of. If you don't let go of it, then we can't bring in the energy you need. We have to make space, we have to make room for the blessings to come in, and that does require some shadow work. It requires some heart healing, some childhood healing, that sort of stuff. But it's definitely coming in, and honestly, that's a sign that you're on the right path. And so, you know, don't be afraid. I don't think that you're in any real danger. It feels very like more so emotional than like physical. There's no financial repercussions. Thank goodness. You're not gonna get sick or get ill or anything like that, but you may get very emotional. You know, we're still in the full moon energy as well, so you might be feeling that full moon. Okay, that's what I have, Stormy. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that you liked it. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Hey Mama, what's up? You said I had a bad month. Is next month better? May I have a general reading? Oh my goodness, Mal. I'm so sorry. Yeah, here, let's put on a happy skin for you. I've been trying to bring in more joy. Here, Goofy. I hope this helps you. I hope you get a little smile out of this. And hey, it's gonna be all right. I know it's hard to believe. I kind of want to do my little astro dice for you. Feels right. And thank you so much to my guides and Mal's guides for aiding us in this divination. Let's see what's happening. Ooh, the 5th house. In the moon. Moon energy hitting you really hard, okay? Really, really hard. We also have some Leo energy. It might bubble up some anger, some frustration. But the 5th house is here, and this is about having fun and expressing yourself in a passionate way. You may be very drawn to indulging, okay? Be careful. This means like you might overeat or overdrink or want to go out partying and cause some mischief and mayhem. All in the name of like feeling something, especially if you're going through a depressive episode. Be careful, okay? Sometimes it can be overgaming or it can be smoking, stuff like this. They don't want you to do that. They want you to sit with your emotions, to feel them and express creatively to release them. You know, don't go for the bottle, don't go for the for me, it's definitely sweet. I can't help it. So watch out for that, but that's my only warning. You're just gonna be really in your emotions, and you might want to go all in on things that hit your dopamine, okay? But I think that you have a lot of expression to do. You have a lot of creativity to unfold. You might be drawn to writing, to drawing, maybe even dancing, and I think those things can really help you. All right, let's see what else is coming in. This is a past, the 7 of Cups, distracted. Distracted by things that aren't even real, that don't even really matter. You might also have been lied to, or maybe you feel like someone is always bringing up something from the past, or something that they misheard or misread. There's sort of this energy of it's hard to be understood. It reminds me of Mercury retrograde, but I don't know. Why am I feeling like there's some narcissism? Well, excuse me, it's the truth. Why do I feel like there's some narcissism here? We also, we have the King of Wands as the current energy. And the King of Wands is about, oh my gosh, wait. That's literally these. Period. Leo. So the King of Wands is like, man, I love how there's a lion here too. You know what? I want to have a good time. I want to enjoy myself. Leave me alone. And so, yeah, the good news is the King of Wands does say to himself, whatever it is, I can handle it, and there can be no obstacles in my way. I'll make my own way, and I'm independent, and you can't tell me what to do, and I've got this. And so they're very like if you don't got me, I got me sort of energy, and I like it. I think it's very healthy for you to express yourself this way. All right, the Magician card is coming in the future. You're gonna realize what it is that you want and how to get it, okay? And this is coming in the next week or so. So the Magician says, I've got all the time, money, energy, intention to bring this forward. So we've got the cup, we've got the sword, the pentacle, and the wand. And so this is saying, I have the connection, I have the wisdom, I have the money or like the physical energy, and I also have the idea of it. And we're putting all that together, mixing it all together, making it happen. I don't know what it is, you know, maybe you really want to move or run away. It's kind of, yeah, dude. Ten swords. What is happening? Yeah, oh my goodness. I almost brought up Sagittarius. There's so much fire energy, and look, there she is. There's Sagittarius. Listen, you're gonna want to just block, delete, ignore, and I'm not mad about it. I think that you're saying, I'm not ready to pay attention to this. This isn't my business, and I want to focus on healing. I want to focus on peace. I want to travel. I feel like there's this energy of you really wanting to get out, okay? Come, and I mentioned this here too, be careful, because you might sort of do things that you regret, okay? Like spend too much, like this sort of energy, okay? And it's because like, I want to feel something, I want more, I want to indulge. And I think that you'll calm down come the second, maybe a little bit into the third week of June, but it'll be okay. Yeah, Two of Cups, Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. So the Two of Cups, someone's gonna approach you about something that really bothered them, and you're actually gonna reply and extend joy, extend love, extend a sense of understanding to each other, okay? So it's like, man, I couldn't sleep, and so I had to text you. Or man, I stayed up all night thinking about you, and I'd really like to, you know, heal. I'd like to connect. I'd like to understand. And Ace of Cups says, yeah, we're gonna offer that healing. Here you go. Opportunity to be on the same page and have it be bridge under the water. So this is also opening up emotionally, okay? All right, that's what I have, Mau Mau. What you don't see coming is a Seven of Pentacles. So this does mean this energy might last a little bit into July, okay? But that's all right. It's okay. I think it's nice. I'm not mad at it. I think it's a good, I think it's good to sort of be cathartic, but, you know, not too much. Thank you, Valvo. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring. And remember that you're never alone and you are loved. And I hope that you feel better. Bye-bye. And hey, how you doing? Oh, my party hat's still on. Hey Anne, what's up? Let's see what you wrote. You said, can I get a love reading for me and my ex-partner, Dante? We recently started talking again as friends. Is a mended relationship or friendship something I could keep hoping for? Yeah, let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm happy for you. I love when people can heal and be on good terms and enjoy each other's company. So thank you for trusting me. I'll try to do my best to respect the energy. Once again, if you see something you don't like, I'll tell you what's in the way and the advice is, and all that stuff, so we can maybe get a better outcome, because I think that healing is something that we all want. Thank you very much to my guides and Anne's guides for aiding us in this divination. And thank you to my little card deck. We're gonna look into Anne and Dante's future. Oh, well, Justice really wanted to come out, so that's good. Justice does mean there's a leveling of the scale, a clearing of karma. It also means truth, honesty, and understanding. And so there is a, I would say heart-to-heart, but just a genuine, honest interaction where we feel like we're on evil. I was gonna say even playing field. Hold on. I don't think there's anything evil. I was trying to say even. And I just sort of slip up all the time, so let's see. Ace of Wands. The Three of Wands. Okay, Now, I'll say this. I think you both will be on good terms and understand each other, but I don't know if you're interacting with each other's energies on the regular. And I say this because the Ace of Wands is like a spark and then it fizzles out. And then after that, we have the Three of Wands, and this is looking in a different direction, expanding, being focused on something away, something else, right? And then we have the Queen of Swords, and this does mean independence, you know, being on your own, feeling satisfied. And the Page of Pentacles is here, and this represents investing in something new, and the Seven of Cups represents, yeah, misdirection and illusion and misguidance. Be careful, because they might say that they want certain things, but they don't necessarily act on it. Like, for example, let's say for a good week you guys are talking and it's cool, and then they sort of say that they're gonna hang out or call you or make plans and stuff like this, but it doesn't really turn into much, okay? It's because like the Page of Pentacles next to the Seven of Cups says like, I'm investing in things that aren't necessarily true. Now, and it's okay, you don't have to believe what I'm putting down if you don't like it, but let's see, we have what do we not see coming? The Six of Pentacles, kindness, generosity. Let me see, what's in the way? Why is there some misdirection happening here? Ooh, the Tower. Well, that's a good reason. And the Hierophant. So the Tower represents unwanted change and upheaval. The Six of Cups is the past, so the things that happened long ago. And the Hierophant is here. Okay, here's what I think will happen, Anne. And like I said, you don't have to accept it. It feels to me that they will come off as being changed, as being different, because look at everything I've suffered, look at everything that I've been through, look at all this stuff that I have like crawled myself out of. And while you know, I'm really proud of them, that's really good, that's really cool. The Six of Cups is the past, and the Hierophant is old routines and like comforts, things that we're used to, and also being very like stubborn. It's Taurus energy. This is what I do, this is my routine, I'm at it again. And so it feels to me that the reason that this isn't necessarily turning into something more feels like it's for your highest good. It feels like it's to protect you from going through another cycle where, oh yes, they've changed, they say they've changed, oh, evidence they've changed, but old habits die hard. Oh my goodness, just tripping up so much. I was doing fine my other readings. I wonder why. I think that the energy just feels very, I suppose, trepidous would be the word. Trepidatious, is that what it is? Feeling like you have to be very careful with what we say. Let's see. All right, Spirit, just tell me straight up. What do you advise us to do? What do you advise us to do in this situation? Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, okay. And the Ace of Wands. Okay, yeah, it says trust how you're feeling. Understand that you have grown much more than them, that you're seeing that, like, I feel like you have changed more, okay? Like you have grown into a more solid, mature person faster than them. And I think that you see this deep down in your heart, like you had that feeling, like that crossed your mind. And they're telling me the Tower here, right, in the advice position as well. And this is about just letting things fall down. And, you know, don't be surprised if you notice them sort of always going through some sort of chaotic moment, always experiencing something very dramatic, or there's always something wrong with them, right? And it's like, yeah, Six of Cups, just like old times. Okay, that's what I have, Anne. I hope that you like that. Thank you very much. I'm sorry if it's not what you wanted to hear. Let me know and I'll, you know, do my best to try again. Remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Is that Tay, my bae? Hi, Tay, what's up? You said, hi, Ron. I recently had a massive upheaval in my life and I got laid off. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I feel lost. I know it'll work out eventually, but the unknown and uncertain is something especially terrifying to me. Could I get a reading on what may be the best way for me to get through this? Thank you so much. Yeah, wow. Oh, let's see what you need more of. Let's see what you need more of. And I kind of want to pull some spirit cards for you as well. And thank you very much to my guides and Tae's guides for aiding us in this divination. I really appreciate it. We're going to look into what's going on with their upheaval. Let's see, what do we need more of energetically? Change. Oh my god. I'm sorry. That's so funny. Okay, the reason I'm laughing so hard is number one, on the nose. Number two, I literally was singing in my mind. I didn't want to say it out loud because I thought maybe it was bad, but in my brain I was hearing changes. Da, 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 da. You need change. It's good. It's a good thing. Don't worry. It says the frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of a new. So embrace the change, be excited, try to live in that energy of, ooh, what's next? Try to invoke the energy of the Fool, right? I'm excited to see what will happen, and I know whatever comes, it'll be an adventure and I can handle it. So if I fall, I can get back up, and if I win, then hey, I've just ascended the mountain even more. So let's see, what does Spirit want you to know? And I just think, it's fine. Let's get a Spirit card for you, okay? Oh, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. During this time of transition, allow your body some peace, okay? Take a spiritual bath. If you are very drawn to water, you know, look up spiritual bath. It's really helped me so much. I've also done meditations where I imagine the water in my showers cleansing my aura. You can also bless water. Maybe, you know, we still have some full moon energy coming out tonight, so maybe we can get some moon water going. Whatever it is, there's an energy of like water being very important here. And what I'm seeing is like, I don't know if you have access to a pool, or maybe you hate swimming. I know a lot of people do. Sometimes I do too. But just sort of being in the water and floating, I don't know, maybe you can imagine it while you're meditating if you don't have access to it. But there's something about it. Just letting the river take you will be very nice, very lovely. Let's see what's coming in. This is so pretty. I don't know why, but I feel like it's reminding me of like your energy. Very much so. Alright, what's coming in since they're kind of nervous about change? Changes. Ace of Pentacles. Well, we have opportunity for growth coming in, and hey, right on the nose too, this does represent a new job. It represents places to plant your seed so that you can grow and feel more stable and secure. And it is freshness, it's newness. Notice how there's a door in the background. We also have justice. This is exactly what you need. Justice is about getting what you deserve. Truth, honesty, clarity. It is Libra energy, and Libra is very much tied to the energy of both Venus and Mercury, more so Venus though. And Venus is the planet of pleasure, romance, and love. And so there's going to be a lot of love that comes in through speaking your truth and connecting with the truth inside of you. And also, this doesn't mean, I don't know why, I sometimes get this with justice, not all the time, but justice is showing me, like, I was seeing everything written out, like reading something, almost like a ledger, like very factual. Okay. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. Shout out Spirit saying that you're gonna be just fine. The Ten of Pentacles is about, and this is your outcome, by the way. The Ten of Pentacles is, I'm sure as you know, feeling safe, feeling secure, like you have a strong family unit. It also means a legacy, right? So these are your connections, the people you've grown up with. It's also the people that you can always count on. But it's just feeling like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm secure. Your challenge, stress. I'm stressed out. I've got bills. I've got people who need me. I've got responsibility. I've got a lot to do. This is a bad time for this. It's okay. All in divine timing, right? Your advice card is temperance, to be patient and just watch. Be patient and just watch. You'll get what you deserve. Now, obviously, investing your energy towards getting a new job is always important. But don't get upset if you get a lot of rejections. Just be like, that's part of it. It's okay. You just do it and then you release. And you'll be surprised at what comes forward. Ooh. 5 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, no, I feel like this might be in the current, like in the past energy, because anytime I do this, I do past, present, future. And so the 5 of Wands in reverse in the past, it's like, man, goodness, that was really chaotic and that was unfair and it felt like the world was against us. And the 5 of Swords is, we're still sort of absorbing. Notice how she's even looking in this direction. We're still absorbing all of that. We're still like trying to process all of it too, and it's hard to carry that. And I think that's why they mentioned you know, doing a cleanse, doing it back. In the future, the 3 of Cups, your friends being there for you, people being there to support you. And I think that just talking about it, once again, energy of cups of water is going to uplift you so much in this moment. So I think tapping into that's going to be really good. Okay, that's what I see, Tay. Thank you very, very much, and good luck with everything you're endeavoring. What you don't see coming at the bottom is the 2 of Swords. There's going to be a very important decision you'll have to make, and it might feel very overwhelming and serious, but it's important that you take that step. Okay. Thank you very much, and good luck with everything. And remember that you're never alone, and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Hi, Ashley. Welcome. Thank you so much for getting a reading from me. I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that's worth the wait. Let's see what you got. You said, hi, Ron. It's been 8 months since I got my last reading, and it was pretty Oh, good. I'm glad. Can I get a love reading? I'm single. I'm trying to move on from my ex, but your girl is still struggling. Hey, I get it. It's hard, especially when you love someone so much, and let's just see what's coming in for you. I appreciate you trusting me as your reader, as your psychic. As usual, you're psychic too, as I mentioned in the beginning, so do trust your intuition, and things can change. It's nice. It's comforting to know that we can control the direction of our fate, right? So remember that. Thank you so much to my guides and Ashley's guides for aiding us in this divination. Let's see what's coming in. I'm sorry if you can hear the thunder and stuff behind me. It's very rainy today. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Spirit, tell me what's going on with Ashley in terms of their love life. They're still single, and they're having a difficult time letting go of their ex, and so they want to see what's coming in. Ooh, Knight of Swords. The Devil. Okay. The World card. Well, they really wanted to bring it in hot. Okay, your challenge is the 2 of Cups, a deep connection. Of course. Of course it is. We also have the Devil card as your focus, and this represents negative attachments. It can also mean like a trauma bond. You might have been so impacted by them emotionally, spiritually, that you've sort of trained and conditioned your mind, your heart, your body to be reminded of them, because the Knight of Swords is here. And the Knight of Swords is like, man, everything is reminding me of this person. I keep thinking about them. I keep wanting to check on them. I have a hard time not texting them. I want to see what they're up to. You know, it's this sort of stuff. You want communication, and you've sort of made it a habit to where you are constantly wanting to check up on them. Now, your advice card from Spirit is to accept that you've sort of conditioned and trained yourself to accept this as part of your regular routine. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of thunder. They're saying, hey, listen, you don't have to make this your reality. You don't have to have this be your hill to die on. It's a choice. You know, see what you're sitting on and ask yourself, does this serve me? Because the Four of Pentacles can be a good thing. It can mean that we're saving money, we're finding stability, we're putting down healthy foundations. But next to the Devil card, it says, no, we're holding on to things. We're keeping it close because we're scared that we're not going to be able to find something better. Now, the World card comes in, and the World card is at the end of this cycle, okay? So this is what you are completing with. This is your, how do I put it? Outcome. There we go. And the World card is a completion of a goal. So this is you successfully getting out of this timeline, getting out of this energy. This is you saying, I learned my lesson. I forgive myself. I forgive them, and I'm gonna finally push myself into the unknown. Because I think it's the known, right? Like, it's the devil we know as well that's making this very difficult. I wouldn't be surprised if part of your soul's journey or part of, you know, a lesson that we need to learn is just choosing us instead of what we are comfortable with. And that's okay. It happens, right? I went through a breakup about a year and a half ago. Yeah, I guess it was like a year and a half ago, January of 2025, and I was wrecked, absolutely wrecked. Oh my gosh. It took me 6 months just to feel okay, and it took me a whole year to stop, you know, crying about it. And so it's just part of healing. On average, it takes 17 months to heal from a heartbreak. And so, oh my goodness, cancel. Wow, that would have been bad. I almost closed OBS. Anyways, that's what I'm using to record. Okay, I want to pull a spirit card for you, okay? Forge, don't follow. It says, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. This is something I try to remind people as well. We don't need someone to complete us. We don't need someone to make us feel whole. We are already whole. And so looking for someone to fill a void desperately, going through a breakup and trying to find someone as soon as possible, or pining and begging for something that's gone, all of these things is just telling you, hey, there's a part of you that is screaming, heal me. It's screaming, hey, you have all the tools and the medicine to make this okay. And I wanted to tell you, and I forgot to mention, I'm glad that I remembered, at the bottom, what you don't see coming is a strength card. This is feeling beautiful and independent and choosing you and fighting for what you know is best. So this is not backing down. This is feeling like, man, if I want to feel like I wake up every day and I'm thankful for my peace and I'm thankful for my freedom. I'm thankful that I get to choose me. I can buy myself flowers, you know, that sort of stuff. I really think that's coming in for you. Now it'll kind of just, you'll wake up one day and you'll realize like, man, I've really done a lot to grow. And I think that, you know, I think listening to other women's experience is going to help you too. All right, Ashley, thank you very much. Good luck with everything you're endeavoring. And remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Hey, Manari, what's up? You said, hey, Ron, where should I be directing my energy? I've ended up feeling a bit lost after coming out of my hermit phase. Oh, yeah, let's see. How about we draw a little, let's see. What do you need more of? We'll use this deck. Someone told me that they're going through a big transition in their life. And they're like, I'm so nervous and I'm so scared. And I was like, oh, what do they need more of? And we pulled the change card. It was so crazy. So I've been having a good time with this deck. Let's see, what does Manari need more of? And thank you so much to my guides. And Manari's guides for aiding us in this divination. Let's see what we got. Okay. the frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. So they're saying that, hey, remember that you are a strong person, that you can show up and do what you know that you are meant to, that you can stand up for yourself, that you can be in love with your life, that you can have a fulfilled life, all of this stuff, and let that energy, that knowing empower you and push you forward, that confidence really swell inside of you. So I love this. I think this is exactly what you need, and I love when Spirit delivers. What else do we need? What do we need to be focusing on? Ooh, Knight of Cups. What fulfills you? What nurtures you? And how can you give that to yourself? The Knight of Cups is very independent. The Knight of Cups says that I did this on my own. I love that little peace sign. It's so cute. What can you build up for yourself so that you feel, as I mentioned before, fulfilled? It's funny because I mentioned fulfillment. That's what the Knight of Cups means. You also have the Death card. Change, shifts, and allowing things to be swept away so that you have room and space to sweep in more, to allow more, to magnetize more. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of very, very positive cards. Also, what you don't see coming is the Nine of Pentacles. So you actually being very good at handling yourself, very good at choosing yourself in situations where maybe it's really difficult. Like, for example, let's say that somebody is kind of pushing your boundaries. Let's say that somebody is trying to take more from you than you can give. All of this stuff. This is you saying, hey, you know, I don't want that in my life. I don't actually need that. No, thank you. I can do it on my own. And so there's a lot of confidence in all of these, so much. Now, the Death card is a different sort of confidence. You know, the Knight of Cups says, I have everything I need to make the world mine. And also, when I say the world, right, like, your world, your reality, and a way that you feel really happy and proud of your decisions and all of the things that you've collected. But the Death card does say that there is oh my goodness, it's raining, by the way. The Death card is I'm letting go, I'm releasing, and so there's a confidence in just letting yourself move like water, right? Being flexible. And the Wheel of Fortune says that this is all for our highest good. And what does a completed goal look like to you, right? Like, what does that look like? And how can we embody that energy as if we've already done it? Because that's something that I attribute a lot of my success to. Like, for example, I always say I'm the Queen of Cups. She's healing, she's nurturing, she's mystical, she's very psychic, and you know, she's there to nurture. And that's what I try to give to people. So what energy would you like to embody? What card do you feel called to? What archetype do you think is next in your journey? Because that's what's going to serve you the most. And it is a choice, you know? It's something that you have to feel called to. It's something that you have to trust your intuition on. I think what you should do, Manari, is just set out all your cards, or maybe even look at all the cards in tarot and say, especially the major arcana, or maybe even the court cards, and ask yourself, okay, what card do I think I need to embody, right? Like, what do I need to invoke? Because I think it's going to help you so much. The star, maybe it's the star. The star is here. That's your challenge, and this is having a goal and trusting yourself to fulfill it. And your advice is the Hierophant, and this is to have a routine that serves you. And saying to yourself, this nurtures me and this is easy. My routine isn't hard. My routine is easy because I love it and I love doing it. Maybe it's a lot of work, right? Like maybe there's a lot to do, but that doesn't mean it has to be hard. Okay. That's what I see, Manari. I hope that it helped you. Thank you so much. Good luck with everything you're endeavoring. And remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Hi there, Felty. What's up? How are you? It's been a little bit. I'm really glad to see your name again. I hope that you're well. You wrote, Hi, Ron. I am happy you're doing okay despite all the challenges you've faced with you. Thank you. And may it be better from now on. I was wondering if I could get a prosperity reading, as I'm quite worried for the upcoming months due to an investment we began the process for a home. Oh, yeah. Of course I can. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Let's see what we got. Thank you very much to my guys and Felties these guides for aiding us in this divination. We really appreciate it. We're gonna look into what's going on with their finances, their money, their abundance, their prosperity. Thank you very much. And thank you to my little deck too. Let's see, what's the energy? If you hear thunder, it is raining. Sorry. Sounds really nice on my end though. I kind of like it. 2 of Wands. 3 of Pentacles. And the Knight of Cups. Well, we do have in the past the 2 of Wands, choosing something that feels right, choosing something that we are wanting to put all of our energy into. We also have the 3 of Pentacles as the current energy, and this is saying, I need to make this work. I need to figure out what I can do, who I can talk to, who can help me, what are the measures, right? And the Knight of Cups is here. Now, the Knight of Cups in the future, this could mean someone is coming in to sort of aid, to help, to advise. Now, if it was the Knight of Swords, I would have said, oh yeah, they're going to talk to some people for you, they're going to do some things for you. But the Knight of Cups tells me that they're going to swoop in and they're going to help you with some advice, like some very, very solid help in that direction. It's, you know, usually the Suit of Cups is like, I know somebody, I can talk to somebody for you, I've got this. It could be your partner, it could be your family. It usually is someone sort of in the same age range as us whenever it's a knight, but whomsoever it may be, just know that they mean well, okay? They really do mean well. Now there's some Justice. Yeah, remember when I said, I was like, it feels like they know somebody, there's a connection. We have Justice coming in. Justice is truth, honesty. Yeah, I think someone's gonna say like, what can I do to help you? What's going on? What's the case? I don't know if it is a lawyer, you know, because sometimes Justice is talking to a lawyer, right? It has to do with legality, that sort of stuff. But the 6 of Cups next to the Justice card can sometimes mean that we're looking at our past finances. We're looking at everything that we've sort of been spending our money on and looking at it factually. And the 7 of Cups is like, you know, what have we been wasting on? What have we been pouring into that isn't giving back to us? What isn't being reimbursed or isn't growing, you know, and trying to trim that. So for example, let's say that you have I mean, this is an extreme example. I don't know how to put it. So like obviously food and necessities is important because it gives you the energy to grow. But maybe we have like we're into gotcha games. Not saying you are. I don't think that you are. But there might be some things that you weren't expecting that are sort of showing up. And it doesn't have to be you. You know, it could be someone in your family, somebody that you're, you know, around. Anyways, we have the 10 of Wands. This is having a lot on our plate and being pretty stressed. The Hermit card as well is like, I need to spend some more time alone. And the King of Cups and the Page of Cups is next to that. So nothing here about having riches, fame, and fortune, unfortunately. But it does seem to me that we're gonna take face on what it is that we're struggling with, because the 10 of Wands says this is my debts, right? These are the things that I owe, these are the things that I need to buy. And the Hermit says that I'm going to spend all of my energy on making sure that this gets done because this is important. And the Page of Cups and the King of Cups is here. So the King of Cups is someone who can weather any storm. And so I don't know if it's you, it could be you or your partner, but someone's really taking the helm of this situation. And the Page of Cups says, you know, I'll follow your lead. Whatever it is that we need to do, just tell me and we'll get it done. There might be a little bit of frustration. It's almost like someone, and sometimes the Page of Cups is a child. I don't know, you know, I don't like to pretend I know someone's life, but the Page of Cups can sometimes mean that this person isn't the best at focusing, like they sort of really need direction and guidance. And so just know there's gonna be someone in the dynamic who's really at the helm of this, who's directing and steering the ship, and that might be stressful as well, but you guys will still get a lot done. So there's nothing to worry there. As I mentioned before, we can weather any storm. Okay, that's what I see, Feltis. I hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone and you are loved. Thank you very much. I really hope you enjoyed it, and good luck. I really do mean that. See you later. Bye-bye.